Emergency broadcast system. Stand by for further.
How can we build and still sustain that grip that the Good Old Boy Network has on the industry?
But see, you can't. You have to not mess with them. Okay. So we've been trying to be shown positively in movies from what? 1929, 1939, 59, 69, 99. When will we wake up and say, we need to stop asking? Do you follow what I'm saying?
That's true.
I mean, we got so psyched out that it's so special to be a part of that. There's nothing special about that. We can make our own, right? Because our own will give us more chances and more opportunity.
And what I would like to ask you, okay, as you see shows like Blackish, you see the new one, Mayor, these nice, warm, the one with Shonda Rhimes that she wrote for Viola Davis, How to Get Away with Murder. Okay. You see a plethora of black shows where the lead character is black, but there was 2 shows they canceled on cable, if I'm not mistaken. One is called Survivor's Remorse, and another is Being Mary Jane.
Being Mary Jane was canceled?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, they said they're gonna end it with a 2-hour movie the way they started it. Okay. And a lot of these shows, they're kind of positive because they speak to women, they speak to our black queens, and they speak to our black babies. And I'm saying, to see how they end these shows, where these shows have so much more possibility to do some more seasons, and it kind of pisses me off as not only a consumer of the show, but someone who appreciates the writing, the dialogue that goes into the show. So, like, knowing that you have your own network, and you looking back seeing that happens, like, how does it feel for you at times when you see shows like this? Black shows, black creators, black directors, black leads, and they tend to go through the wayside because the how you call it, the company or the provider, the cable provider, feels that they can't garner any more money or revenue from.
Well, Blackish I've seen. I like that. The show The Mayor.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I haven't seen that yet, but I heard it's really good. Shonda Rhimes. I mean, there's a handful, literally a handful of people, and their success, that's fine, right? But there's so many more people. I heard at the event I was at yesterday, they said that Atlanta was Black Hollywood. It's a lie. Atlanta's not Black Hollywood. Atlanta is black, but it's not Hollywood. When you go to movie sets, count how many black people are on the movie sets of these major films.
Not many.
Film companies are not here to hire and find talented black people. They're here because there's a tax incentive which allows them to make movies on the cheap and make money from them. That's the reason they're here. That's why we have to make our own infrastructure, because that event, there was the event we met at. Yeah. Right. There was all of these black and Latino people in the audience, right? Okay. That should tell you something about the fact that they're looking for opportunities. It wasn't a whole bunch of white people there. No, there was none, except 1 or 2.
Yeah, and they were mainly people with positions who's already in the industry.
Exactly. So when you have that many people of color showing up, they're showing up because they want answers. There's a problem. There's obviously a problem when they show up. So, but nobody addressed the problem because everybody on some level is taking a check for what they do, and they don't have any power really to do anything about it to make a change.
But I'll tell you this, the misconception I used to have once upon a time was, watching movies, you say, okay, you have your A movie, you have your B movie, you have your C movie, and so on. And I used to look at it the wrong way. I used to say, if it wasn't an A movie, what's the point? And I used to disregard a lot of B movies, because a lot of black movies are made, that's what they want to call it. But now looking back at it, they're not B movies. They're actually great projects that never really got the appreciation, they deserve. So my thing is that how do we, I know we have to build within, right? But sometimes it's hard for a lot of these directors, a lot of these producers who's doing these films on their own. So, how do we form this conglomerate?
Well,
what's the steps you think for us to build this conglomerate?
Okay, so you ever heard of Nollywood, which is Africa, which is So Nigeria has built this huge multi-million-dollar film empire in Africa, right? Now we have more access to stuff than they do, right?
That's true.
And they built it where it's bigger than us here. And that's because they work off of African principles and we work off of European principles that were forced on us. So, African principle is this. You got a camera, you got microphones, you got lights, you got a script, let's make a movie.
Okay.
Then, the next time, you'll have the script. And you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
keep the cycle going. Everybody's chipping in.
Exactly. We can't do that here because we've learned some very bad ways. We've learned greed, we've learned selfishness, and we've learned all of that from our oppressors. And we practice that on each other. Now, we don't practice that so much with them because we let them have their way, but we practice it with us. So, if it's us, I'll have a camera and I say, no, you can't use my camera, but I don't have no lights.
The opportunities available to a man like myself.
Okay, so
in your company.
Black on Purpose television works 3 different ways. In one sense, it's like HBO, where we show other people's things that they already have finished.
Okay.
That's one part. The other part is people have stuff and they don't have the money to finish it, or they don't have enough money to do it 100%. We then partner with them. So in a partnership arrangement, we provide the technical and musical part of it. So we do the music direction and supervision, and we provide the cameras, all the equipment. They're responsible for the actors, the actresses, all the other costs. You follow what I'm saying? Non-equipment wise, right?
Okay.
And they don't get a free ride. They have to pay a little something, but it's not what they would normally pay to get somebody to shoot it.
Okay.
The reason why is because we have a lot of great black interns, right? And people that want to work and learn. And they come from Clark, Atlanta. They come from Spelman. They come from, when we're out of town, they come from Howard. You follow what I'm saying? They're black college students.
Yeah, you gotta
we got to be able to give them a few dollars so they could buy some books.
That's true.
Something to eat. You get what I'm saying? I mean, we want to
do they every day,
Yeah, you want them to learn, but there's got to be some pass through. We have to help each other.
That's true.
You follow what I'm saying?
They might be
Exactly. I mean, it's really important because if we don't do it for them, who will?
That's true. That is so true.
I formed this company. I work off of a principle of you do good things, you provide opportunities, you provide good things, and your reward is the money. The money should not be the first thing. Creating good product, working with people in an honest and upfront way. You follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
When everybody's working together and everything's on the table and everyone's working up front, that good work will turn into dollars. But when you work and you work without integrity, when you're trying to get over on each other, it's already starting bad. And there's a phrase, how it starts is how it ends. Tolerating the company, people being dishonest with each other, people trying to rip off each other, it's not tolerated, and the person's out immediately if they show any of those signs. So we run a very, very tight circle that I want to expand, and it is expanding, but everyone is really, really looked at to make sure that their level of integrity and their level of being awoke is definitely.
And just like at the event when you were speaking, part of the panel, like the way you spoke, it riveted me because I think like you think.
Right.
You know what I mean? We need to help each other as a people. You know, we should be kinfolk, not skinfolk.
But you notice that at that panel, people were silent. The other panelists were silent. Now, they are well respected in their own right, and they do their thing, and all props to them. But the issues that we face, they can't do anything about that. They can't do anything about it, right? Okay, I'll say this. If they are charitable, they could write a check to help us do what we need to do. Because now if they write a check...
That is true.
Right. Now if they write a check, then that means that if a brother like you or a sister comes and says, I want to do a project, I could say, okay, well, we got you now. We got you 100. You follow what I'm saying?
Without having to...
Right, because access to capital for black businesses is very difficult. And whites have a horrible reputation of investing in black businesses. They don't do it.
They don't.
Right? And they don't do it because they don't feel we would make money. In fact,
they know we will make money.
The fear is that we will make money.
And outdo their movies.
Or outdo their whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So that is kind of an oppression in a way. I have the money to help you, but I'm not going to help you because helping you would be counterproductive to where I need you to be in society.
So I need you to be lower than me at all times, so I can't let you get this high.
Because it's like this: if they're up here, we're here.
Yeah, they need.
Now, if more money comes through, it'll go like that. It'll go like that. But it definitely cannot be like that. And what troubles me more than anything is, okay, so I'm on Facebook. Okay. I'm on all social media, but on LinkedIn, I've got maybe 35,000 contacts on LinkedIn, right?
Okay.
I'm very outspoken, right? I put stuff on LinkedIn that is crazy to people sometimes, right? But they keep wanting to come on and follow, but they won't say anything because they're worrying about their jobs. They're worrying about, you follow what I'm saying? There comes a time, if white people tomorrow said, you know what, we're tired of this pretending. We can't stand you niggas. We're done. We're done. Niggas, you will stand for the anthem. Or we will break your legs with sticks. The police will come and we will make you sing.
We know who we dealing with.
Right. And they're going to say, sing, nigga. And you'll be saying, oh, say again. And they're going to be hitting your leg with damn batons.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
And see, why do we have to wait for that to step up and be and be men or be women? Right then people would say, or so you have some coons now that would say, well, they didn't hit us too hard. It didn't hurt really that much. It was okay. And I don't mind singing anyway. I thought about it. The singing was okay. I don't mind it.
But, Mr. Campbell, you know what? It's so funny. You know what? Sometimes when I watch TV and I see these same folks, it pains me. Like CNN, there's a gentleman called something Paris. He used to be on TV One. I love watching TV One. Even though Rolling mess with my big sis, but I still watch TV One. And this gentleman, he used to be on TV One. He used to lie. When I say lie like his president, lie like his president.
Yes.
So now he's on CNN. So now you know his lie is much stronger. So when I see folks like that, sometimes I tell myself like, our battle is even that much harder because not only we have the oppressor to worry about, we have a skin folk who wants to aid the oppressor.
Of course. But see,
oppressor.
That's about money. Because what happens is, if he talks that garbage, he can make money off that in books, speaking engagements, all that. It's about money. You follow what I'm saying? So you could make money by saying, oh, I love the white people. I think you guys are being just hard on them, and they've done a lot for us. Look, we're not slaves anymore, right? A person would get on, and other people would say, is he crazy? Is this guy stupid, right? But we won't really, there's some people that they'll say, if you enjoyed that, I'm speaking at Cornell University, I'm speaking at, and they make money off that. So now
they're happy about their content.
But it's not about money, because like I said, if tomorrow they said, we're rounding up all niggas, we're done, right? Then all of a sudden, the rich cat up in wherever, Johns Creek or wherever he lived, right? The brother that live up there, he then is going to say, oh my gosh, I got to get back with my people. But it's going to
This is the emergency broadcast system. Stand by for further information.